What's going on, everybody? Sid the Nerdy Mark here, and this is who should win versus who will win at WrestleMania 34. Now, before you ask, yes, I am in a car and I actually am running a couple of errands while I'm doing this, but I have some time, so I thought I'd just knock out this predictions video for you guys before I continue, because I want to make content for you guys because I love you. I have rechristened my predictions videos as who should win versus who will win at WrestleMania 34. So without further ado, let's just jump right into these predictions. Let's start off with the kickoff matches. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Cruiserweight match between Cedric Alexander and Mustafa Ali. Now, I haven't been watching a lot of 205 Live as of late. However, whatever I have seen, I have been really impressed with both athletes. However, who should win? I do think that Cedric Alexander should and will win the Cruiserweight Championship. After this, we have the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, or the Arm Bar as it's called. What should happen here, or who should win? I think Woken Matt Hardy should win with the debut of Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy's broken personality. However, who will win? I do think someone completely out of left field. I do think someone like Ty Dillinger is going to win, just because, you know, he's got nothing else going on. And apparently it'll help him get more stock in the company, which it won't, because it's the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Now on to the first ever history in the making, WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal. Who should win this coveted trophy for the first time, which looks absolutely ridiculous, by the way. I actually don't like that trophy. It looks like something else. I think that Kairi Sane from NXT should win because she won the Mae Young Classic last year, and winning this event will kind of cement her position on the NXT roster. And she can use this to elevate her status in said roster and eventually challenge for the NXT Women's title, whoever the champion may be, Ember Moon or Shayna Baszler, after TakeOver New Orleans. However, I do think that the person that will win is either Sasha Banks or Bayley, just to kind of further their feud, you know, after WrestleMania. Up next, we do have Elias, and we're still wondering what he's going to do, but what should happen with Elias? I think Elias should, you know, give a concert like he has been doing earlier in New Orleans. And he should be interrupted by either Jeff Jarrett, because, you know, he was also a guitar guy, or maybe even The Rock. Maybe he can spare some time from his Rampage tour, and he can come out, perform a rock concert with Elias, and then, you know, hit him with a rock bottom and people's elbow. But what will happen? I think he's just going to be inserted into the arm bar. I really don't know what order they're going to have all these matches, but I'm going to go ahead and talk about them in my personal order. So, starting off with Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I think that Kevin and Sami will and should lose to Bryan and Shane. This means Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are fired from Smackdown Live. This means they should show up at Raw, because let's face it, I think they, you know, going to Smackdown Live definitely, you know, helped them a lot, you know, help elevate them, especially since both are heels now and there's no need to break them up anytime soon. I think we can send them over to Raw, have them kind of create a bit of a ruckus. This should have the Authors of Pain debut on Raw, and that should be their first feud. Next up, Triple H and Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle. Who should win this match? I think this is pretty simple. I think that Kurt Angle and Ronda should win this match, and I think that Kurt Angle and Ronda will win this match at WrestleMania. I think Ronda Rousey's next feud should be with Absolution, in particular, Sonya Deville. Up next, we have the Raw Women's Championship match between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax. Who should win this match? I think that Nia Jax should win this match. You know, she's been bullied pretty much towards the whole build-up of this match. You know, they've been portraying Alexa Bliss as this entitled, bratty bully, and finally Nia Jax should get her comeuppance at WrestleMania, the biggest, grandest stage of them all. I think the best way to do it is with her beating Alexa Bliss for the Raw Women's Champion to kind of sort of rub it in her face. It's like, you know, I'm not like most girls. But what will happen? I do think, since she is a very crafty champion, I do think Alexa Bliss will find a way to keep the belt on herself. I think she'll find a way to retain. Up next, the Smackdown Live Tag Team Championship. We have the New Day versus the Usos, the Tag Team Champions, versus the Bludgeon Brothers. I think I've said this many times, but I'll say it again. The Bludgeon Brothers should win the Smackdown Live Tag Team titles because they are the best thing about Smackdown Live at this moment, and they need to win. However, as I mentioned in my Fastlane predictions video, I do think that they're gonna put the title on the New Day, just because with Usos and New Day, they love hot potatoing the belt between these two teams. Up next, we have the Intercontinental Triple Threat between Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and the Intercontinental Champion, The Miz. Who should win this match? I think it should be Seth Rollins, because I have an angle for Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins should pin The Miz to take the title, and after he wins, he should be celebrating, you know, with the title in the air, and from the crowd comes a hooded figure with a steel chair, and he cracks it on the back of Seth Rollins, just like Seth Rollins did all those years ago when he turned heel. And who should the hooded figure be? Takes his hood off to reveal Dean Ambrose. That's right, Dean Ambrose has officially turned heel after coming back from injury. He beats Seth with the chair a little bit more, you know, and picks up the IC title, raises it up in the air, and puts it on top of Rollins' prone body, setting up our next feud going in after Mania. I do think Finn Balor will win this because, you know, he won the Universal Championship and he lost it because he got injured, so I guess this will be kind of like a good consolation prize for him. And also, he deserves a title. I would say that too. So, but I think that, you know, just for a better story, I think Seth Rollins should win. However, I do think that they will put the title on Finn Balor. Up next, let's talk about the United States Championship match. We have a fatal four-way for that match. The contestants are Rusev, Bobby Roode, Jinder Mahal, and the U.S. champion, Randy Orton. Who should win in this match? I think Rusev should win this match because he deserves it, and WrestleMania is on Rusev Day. As he's celebrating, Bobby Roode should attack him from behind, turning Bobby heel and turning Rusev face. However, I do think that they will keep the title on Randy Orton because it is WrestleMania. Next up, let's talk about the whole thing with the Undertaker and John Cena. I think that John Cena and the Undertaker, I think they should share a promo in the ring, and Undertaker should give John Cena a choke slam and, you know, puff of smoke, hat in the ring. This setting up a match later on down the line, possibly WrestleMania 35, but I don't know if I would wait that long. I would just do it in Backlash, just because I don't want to have the Undertaker wrestle, you know, longer than he needs to. So let the man do one more match, give him a win, and let him go home and enjoy his time with his wife and kids. And I do think this is what will happen. I think that instead of setting it up for Backlash, I do think they'll wait until WrestleMania 35. I don't want that to happen, but I think that's what's gonna happen. Next up, we have the Raw Tag Team Championship match. Sheamus and Cesaro versus Braun Strowman and a mystery partner of his choosing. First of all, who should be Braun's mystery partner? Well, I was originally going to say Dean Ambrose, but then again, I do want Dean to turn heel on Seth because I think that would be a better story. And there were also talks of Rey Mysterio being his partner, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon, just because, you know, he's been injured, and also he's set up a lot of matches in New Japan. I think that Neville should be his partner. I know that WWE and Neville have been having some talks, and they've been pretty positive for the most part. So I think you could bring him back here and have Braun and Neville win the tag team titles. They did tease a program between these two for a while, and let it just culminate here. I even have an idea for a spot. I think that Braun should be on the top turnbuckle. Neville should climb on top of Braun and hit a Falcon Arrow onto Sheamus or Cesaro, making those two win. However, I do think Elias is going to be his partner, which I really don't want to see. But WWE surprised me. And I do think that they're still going to win. Next up, we have the Smackdown Live Women's Championship match. Asuka versus Charlotte, the Smackdown Women's Champion. The Empress of Tomorrow versus the Queen. Who should win this match? I think it should be Asuka who wins this match, and I think that it will be Asuka who wins this match because they don't plan to end her undefeated streak just yet. I think they're going to do it at Mania 35 next year. Next up, Shinsuke Nakamura versus the WWE Champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles. The dream match that we've all been waiting for. A match from Wrestle Kingdom 10. If you haven't seen that match, I really urge you to go check it out. It is that good. Who should win this match? It took me some time to deliberate between who should win. However, I have come to the decision. I think Shinsuke Nakamura should win the WWE Championship, because this should prompt AJ to be really frustrated and further this feud down the road, because I think this feud has a long way to go. And honestly, yes, I do think AJ should turn heel and try to pursue the WWE Championship once again, because he wants to have that title around his waist always. But he's not able to overcome Nakamura. He wasn't able to do it in Japan, and he wasn't able to do it here in WWE. So he resorts to drastic measures. That's the story that you should tell. However, I do think that AJ Styles will win and retain his WWE Championship. Finally, the main events of WrestleMania, Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. This is going to be pretty short because I think that Roman Reigns should and will win the Universal title. Now, I know that his feud post-Mania is going to be with Samoa Joe. However, I would like for it to be with Finn Balor. More specifically, Finn Balor as a heel. I think that Roman Reigns should be celebrating, and Finn Balor should come out and, you know, stare down Roman Reigns. And then from the back should come Gallows and Anderson. And all three men beat up on Roman Reigns. Finn Balor raises the title and puts it on top of Reigns. And Gallows and Anderson, you know, hoist Finn Balor on his shoulders and carry him out of the ring. Finn Balor turns heel. That's what should happen. However, I do know, it is rumored that, like I said, Samoa Joe will be feuding with Roman Reigns, and I'm cool with that too. So those are my predictions for WrestleMania 34. Let me know yours in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like what you see. Follow me on social media and tell your friends about the Nerdy Mark. Hope you guys enjoy WrestleMania, and until then, this is Sid signing off. You guys take care. Bye-bye.